What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're gonna be playing some smart. Think we still have lethal? So it is gonna be a GG in a game 1 up against Wosha, taking him down with our Spellgorger Weirds. Because yeah, we're going straight for that Niv-Mizzet Wombo combo. Let me hit it, Lightbringer. Don't do it to me, please. Do something. The anticipation. Today we're going to be playing some Miv-Mizzet. Don't ask me what that was. I went to say it and it just nothing came out. Yeah, so just as the name implies, we're going to be playing Spark Double plus Niv-Mizzet. We also have a lot of other cool things in the deck that we're going to be going for, but that is going to be our center focus. Sure, go up more copies of Spark Double if you really want to. It plays very well in the deck for sure. You can go down some in Jace's projection if you want, but I like to keep it at 2 for Spark Double. You know, it's not too crazy, and you're gonna be drawing cards a ton and scrying a ton, so you know you'll be able to keep it if you want to. Nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and hop into the deck tech or the deck breakdown, but as always, I'm going to go ahead and remind you guys to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and a comment if you have any suggestions for this deck, future decks, or past decks. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. We try to play fun and different decks each and every day. Very rarely do I go back and revisit an old deck, but sometimes I'll revisit an old idea, so if y'all have something that I've already visited that you may have an updated version of, by all means submit it down below. So, kicking us off, we're going to have 2 copies of Opt. Again, with the scry and draw a card. Very cheap, very awesome, and it procs things like Spellgorger Weird, Spark Double. Yeah, I mean, you can copy it with God-Eternal Kefnet if you're just looking to draw more cards. Goblin Electromancer doesn't affect it as it only costs 1 mana, and you can't ever get rid of that 1 base cost if it has a color to it, if that makes sense. So, nonetheless, still an excellent card, but I feel like 2 copies is perfectly fine. Moving us down. By the way, if some of y'all want to make this deck more efficient with the numbers, by all means, you know, take out things like Spellgorger Weird that I have in here because I like playing fun things, and add in more serious cards. But if you, because I know that there's a Ral infinite combo going around in Izzet, and I don't want to be like everyone else and copy it, so I decided that I would focus on a different aspect of Izzet and still try to have fun with it. So again, I know that there's a more efficient deck out there, however, this is just my own version of an Izzet deck. Nonetheless, we have 3 copies of Shock, just some cheap little card. If we want to copy it, very easy to. If we want to remove a little 2/2, then it works perfectly fine for that as well. Moving us down, we have 3 copies of Charticors for some card draw, 2 copies of Lava Coil for some removal, 3 copies of Lightning Strike for 3 damage to anywhere we may want, planeswalkers, creatures, or to the face. 3 copies of Goblin Electromancer to make all of our instant and sorcery spells cost 1 less. 2 copies of Spellgorger Weird, as I find this card to be very fun to play, and it gives Izzet like a big beefy creature, right? Because most of the time with Izzet you have a 4 health or a 5 health, and that's about it. But with Spellgorger, you can get this card up to 7, 8, 9, 10, very, very easy. So it's just fun. 2 copies of Beacon Bolt for some removal on creatures. It does only deal damage to creatures, but it deals the amount of damage equal to the number of instants and sorcery cards in your graveyard or exile. So pretty good, and it also has Jumpstart, so you can use it twice per card, which is pretty nice. We do have 1 copy of Saheeli, which is just a fun card to have, right? Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature token. And then for -2, we can make an artifact we control, copy another creature artifact that we already have. So yeah, moving us down, we have 2 copies of Chemister's Insight, which is excellent for some card draw, instant speed, as well as having Jumpstart attached onto it. We have 2 copies of God-Eternal Kefnet, which is going to make all of our spells or all of our instant and sorcery spells cheaper whenever we first draw them out if we want to, as well as giving us the ability to copy them, so we'll be able to cast it and still have the copy that we drew in our hand, as well as it costing 2 less. So, and it works very, very well with Goblin Electromancer, as if we have 1 Goblin Electromancer down and 1 God-Eternal Kefnet, then obviously things like Chemister's Insight are only going to cost 1 mana, so, and we get to copy it at that. Moving us down, we have 2 copies of Jace's Projection, which, again, this is just a card that I find to be fun in Izzet, so reads whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Jace's projection. And then for 4 mana, we can put a loyalty counter on target Jace Planeswalker. Now, we don't have any Jace Planeswalkers in the deck, but if you wanted to throw one in, I would recommend Cunning Castaway, unless you fear of running into a Nico Bolas. Moving us down, we have 2 copies of Spark Double, the one of the center cards of this deck. So Spark Double can copy any creature or planeswalker we control, and then it enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it, or an additional loyalty counter from the base of the planeswalker's loyalty counter. So say your Jace is at 7 or 8. If you copy it with Spark Double, it's not going to go up to 8 or 9. You know, it's going to go up to 6 because 5 is, or Jace, I'm sorry, Ral. If you copy Ral, but yeah, 5 is Ral's base, so it will go up to 6, not, you know, 8 or 9. So that's Spark Double, and of course we're going to be trying to cast Spark Double on Niv-Mizzet just because that's fun, right? It's kind of like Helm of the Host on Niv-Mizzet, except a lot easier to get off. Moving us down, we have 2 copies of Thunder Drake, 4 mana 2/3 flying creature that reads whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Thunder Drake. So y'all can kind of see the theme here between casting spells and making some creatures bigger, as well as having Niv-Mizzet and the Rals in our ammunition stock. So, moving us down, speaking of Ral, we have Ral Storm Conduit. This card has been becoming very, very popular with that infinite combo deck. However, we're just going to slide it in as a one of, just because its effects are very nice. However, you know, it's not the center focus of this deck, as I've said. So whenever you cast a copy, or whenever you cast or copy, an instant or sorcery spell, Ral Storm Conduit deals 1 damage to your opponent or to a planeswalker, which is pretty nice. For +2, you can scry 1, pretty strong ability, and it allows him to build his health rather quickly. And then for -2, you can copy your next instant or sorcery spell, as well as choose new targets for it. So, pretty fun card. Then we have Ral Izzet Viceroy, who has been since Guilds of Ravnica, I believe. Didn't come out in Allegiance. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ral was Guilds of Ravnica. Nonetheless, comes down with 5 loyalty county +1. We can look at the top 2 cards of our library and either select one of them to go to our hand and the other into the graveyard, which is pretty good if you're getting flooded or any of that nonsense. So, for -3, we can deal damage equal to the number of instant or sorcery spell cards that we have in our exile or our graveyard, but we can only deal it to a creature. So, you know, a little bit limited, but it can still be very good if we need some removal. And then for -8, we get an emblem that reads, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, this emblem deals 4 damage to any target, and we draw 2 cards. So it's pretty much a game winner there. So yeah, pretty fun. And we do have 2 copies of Niv-Mizzet Prawn, the other side to our Spark Double. So card reads, the spell cannot be countered, and has flying, of course, as it is a dragon. Only makes sense. And whenever you draw a card, Niv-Mizzet is going to deal 1 damage to any target of your choosing. Furthermore, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you're going to draw a card. So it kind of has a little looping effect in itself. Well, maybe not looping, but proccing effect in itself. And then we have 1 copy, excuse me, we have 1 copy of Expansion Explosion for some shenanigans, or if we just need to copy a spell, we can always do that for pretty cheap as well. So that's going to do it for the deck tech or the deck breakdown, and now we're going to hop right into some matches. Alrighty, game 1 is going to be up against Wosha. Or Washa? Wosha? I think it's Wosha. Nonetheless, this looks like a solid first hand. We have a lot of removal and some card draw. We will go ahead and throw down the Steam Vents, and I'm not gonna pay the 2 life just so I can opt. I'm not that hungry for my spells. Alrighty, this is the thing that I kind of like about Izzet decks, is they're a little bit slow starting up, so you know, you have that time to sort of just play lands, and if your opponent plays in a Johnny's Pridemate, you know, you just lightning strike it and you go on about your business. It's a wonderful world. So we might as well go ahead and play the Guildgate here, as we're not going to play the Lava Coil or Expansion Explosion, so get it down while we can. Let's see. Vanguard, let's go ahead and cast out the Opt. Chemister's Insight. Yeah, I mean, that's actually pretty good because we're growing up 4 mana come next turn, so if we don't draw anything, valuable come this next turn. We can always Chemisters. Electromancer. Ooh. I think we kind of need to play this. It doesn't allow us to play the Chemisters, but I mean next turn it makes our Chemisters only cost 3. So let's throw it down and hope that it doesn't get killed. I don't think I want to Lava Coil the Vanguard. I know Vanguard can be a very a sneaky, hidden good card, but just not feeling it. They have something. They have something they are keeping up. So we can Beacon Bolt one of the Vanguards, and I think that's fine. I just don't want to use Lava Coil because Lava Coil is excellent for Johnny's. And Beacon Bolt we can use on each of them, right? And if we cast Beacon Bolt, we still have enough for Chemister's Insight. So yeah, let's just do that. And I think we'll just pass. Now, we don't have anything like Ionize in the deck. If you ever wanted to play a more control version of this deck, by all means, throw some Ionize in the deck. Resplendent. Alright, well, let's draw, and we'll probably Lava Coil that come our turn. Spark Double is nice. Probably won't be throwing it down on an Electromancer, but if you're in dire need, you know, by all means. Got another Electromancer. That's honestly nice. So yeah, let's go ahead and throw him down. Make our Chemister's Insight cost 2, which means we can Lava Coil and Chemister's here. Though what would we discard realistically? Alright, if you're gonna make things difficult, I'll spend 2 spells to wipe that angel out the sky. And now that they got rid of their buff that we knew they were more than likely carrying, we'll continue on about our business. Beacon Bolt can now deal 5 damage, which is definitely nice. Let's see. I mean, we could Expansion Explosion. We could Explosion for 3. It's not terrible. Because it costs 4 innately. Then we have 2 Goblin Electromancers, making it cost 2 less. Then we have 1 mana left over, 2 mana. So we can make it do 4. That's not terrible. We draw 4 cards. I mean, yeah, I kind of like that. So we're going to save that for their turn then. Yeah. Sounds like a plan, man. Fountain of Renewal. Sure. It'll gain them back that 2 life that I've ticked out of them. Now, do we want to kill their Vanguard? Probably not. Probably not. Okay, so target them, target us. 4/4, thanks to our Electromancers. There's a shock, a weird, Saheeli, another shock. Alright, so we're looking pretty good now. We can actually throw down the Spellgorger Weird plus Saheeli and then shock is what I'm thinking. Because then we can just shock and kill the Vanguard, and that's a hell of a lot better efficient-wise than explosioning the Vanguard. Alrighty. And now, in the future, we can also get our servo to copy an Electromancer and make our spells cost even less. Although, really, the only spell it hits is Chemister's Insight, so maybe we won't be doing that. Or Expansion Explosion, which we just used. So we can use Spark Double on Spellgorger Weird. It is an option. It's not a bad option either. Thinking is what we do actually, just so we can make sure we close out this game. Things that they might have is like, you know, settle, that kind of stuff. Do we want to discard the shock, or do we want to cast the shock? Let's cast the shock. I want to save Chemisters for in case I brick and draw a land one turn, right? And yes, we could have saved the shock for our next turn. However, we have lethal on the board, so they pretty much have to have a settle here. Do I trust that? No. We'll just swing in with the weird. We'll be safe. Okay. So if they draw into a Cleansing Nova, I'm going to feel bad though, right? War Leader. We still have lethal with Johnny. Think we still have lethal?
You should be proud.
So this is going to be a GG in a game 1 up against Wosha, taking him down with our Spellgorger Weirds. Awesome. Awesome sauce. And we'll discard the Row. Proc all of our fun stuff. And just go all in for the face. Unlike Thor, we'll go straight for the head our first time. Alright. So, fun. Game 1 going to us. And I gotta say pretty easily. This deck has been super fun to play, but it's also been really good so far. It's been really good to me. So, yeah, we're gonna go and hop into a game 2 here. Lightbringer, gonna be our next foe. I like that because they're playing Tezzeret. Yeah. I like this hand. We have some cheap early removal, and then we have some spiciness to get us through the game. Move our spells and whatnot around. Ooh, it just shifted my land. Drawing another land isn't terrible. We need 6 of them to get to Mizzet, so, you know, hey, sure, just keep throwing my way. I will keep throwing them down. Probably gonna try and get out Saheeli come next turn. Hopefully our foe doesn't have, you know, that Demir card that's real annoying. What's the name of it? Thought Erasure. There we go. Couldn't think of it for the life of me. Ooh, Grixis. A mass Thought Erasure. Oh god. Bye bye, Mizzet. I mean, you know, I was gonna go for the combo this game, but whoa, Saheeli. They probably have another one, right? You don't not get rid of a Mizzet. Not when you see your opponent has that many lands in hand, right? Maybe they were afraid of the infinite combo. I mean, that's not what we're going for here, but honestly, I'm just gonna discard this lightning strike that they know about. Back to my turn. We need 1 land and 2 turns for the Mizzet. We need next turn for the Row, so that's kind of nice. They make us discard another card this turn. Or we discard the Lava Coil, because I'm not discarding the lands. We need those. I don't know. They make me worry that they have mana up for a counter. Fingers crossed. We're up against Grixis control, so you know the odds that something gets through is going to be few and far between. But we can hope. Oh, Chemisters. Yes. That's what I like to see. Ooh, a battle.
Time to choose. Always so exciting.
I'm actually going to go with the weird here. Because if our Niv-Mizzet just goes out and just dies like, you know, Mizzets kind of do sometimes, then at least we'll have something to fall back on, right? We'll have a plan B. Whereas with Opt, it's like we're going all in on the Niv-Mizzet. We're like, yeah, let's get down the Niv-Mizzet and let's play the Opt and the Lightning Strike and, you know, let's get out the Ral emblem. It just seems a bit too unrealistic. The fact that they just got Mastermind is kind of annoying because it means they're probably going to go searching for an answer to Niv, as they know, hey, he has a Niv-Mizzet in hand, he's at 5 land, you know, chances are. Thankfully, they can't do anything this turn, though, so we'll play the Mizzet, and we will draw a card. I don't think we need the land as much anymore. We still kind of do, but I think getting double effect off the Chemister's Insight's a little bit better. We'll still get one effect off the Chemister's, but we'll probably end up discarding a land, so might as well just go ahead and put it in our hand, right? You know, why didn't Niv-Mizzet proc there? Maybe it's because we didn't actually draw a card, if that makes sense. Or are they making me sacrifice Planeswalker? They're not making me sacrifice the Mizzet? That's an interesting choice. Oh, and we have Spark Double. Oh, let Mizzet survive. Please, please let Mizzet survive. Spark Double on Ral is fun too. Getting down 2 Ral emblems, gotta say, love it. Had it happen, what, 2 or 3 games ago, and I played a Shock to finish them just because, you know, we had the Ral emblems and I had Ral Storm Conduit down, so I copied the Shock, and it was just a whole lot of fun. Don't counter my spell, please. They may be keeping up mana for Chemister's Insight, and that's what we kind of have to hope here. And it's not a counter spell. Because, yeah, we're going straight for that Niv-Mizzet Wombo combo. Let me hit it. Lightbringer, don't do it to me, please. Do something. Come on, the anticipation. Oh, it happened. That feels good. That feels really good. Now, do we just lightning strike them in the face? I'm at least going to wait for their turn, right? Well, then again, what if we lightning strike and we draw a 1-mana card? I shouldn't be greedy with it. Alrighty. We have 2 Niv-Mizzets down though, so, you know. And hey, they cast their Chemisters after all, so we got to draw some cards. We got to do some stuff for free anyways. That's nice. And having 2 Mizzets down is always a joy. So, yeah. Good thing we didn't play Lightning Strike, actually, because now we're, like, full-handed. Had we played Lightning Strike plus they played their Chemister's Insight, would have been overstocked. Overstocked and staffed. So one of the Niv-Mizzets is dying here, which is unfortunate. It's probably the 6/6, let's be real. But their Yugen's also going to die, because, you know. And we'll get one more proc out of the double Mizzet. Maybe, oh, we found another Spark Double. Let the glory live on. You know what, we should have shocked him in the face. I'm sorry, I didn't think about the efficiency there. This is the reason why y'all don't see me play a whole lot of Izzet decks, is because I'm not super efficient. Alright, let's go ahead and shock him in the face too. Let's get all the effect out of Niv-Mizzets that we can. We're going to take him down quite a number here as well. Okay, Lightbringer, just going to scoop it out. Game 2 going to us. Spark Double, Niv-Mizzet. Can you stop it? Once it's down, it's going to be very hard to remove. And even if you do remove it, you saw there, as long as you have some mana left over, you can still pack a punch with it. Reference to Call of Duty Zombies there. Nonetheless, we're going to hop into a game 3. Chichi-Watari? Gonna be our next foe. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a fun hand. It's slow. It's for sure slow. But, and is that where I want to be on the draw? Maybe not. You know, maybe not. But that's okay. Hey, they played a Forsaken Sanctuary, so I'm happy. No turn 1 blitz makes me feel good. Oh, Blast Zone. Uh-oh. Blast Zone's a bit scary, not gonna lie. Let's see. Turn 3 we're going Weird. Turn 4 we're going Projection. So we're not gonna be playing Lava Coil for a little bit. And I'm not about to Lava Coil their Skeleton. Let's see what else they have in store for us, right? I think we can manage the 1 damage. No, I didn't intend to rhyme there either. Hey, there's our friend and pal, Ral. Again, I'm not meaning to rhyme, it's just happened. Alright, no more. I'm not Dr. Seuss. I'm Dr. Spillikin. Which, you know, the first 3 letters are very similar. Come on, Chi-Chi, you got me talking about crazy stuff over here. I need you to play quicker. Uh-oh. They're going for my weird. That's a little weird, don't you think? Oh, I'm so funny. Do they just block it? No, they just take it in the face. That's weird. If you plan on clearing your skeleton anywhere, anyways, wow, I can't speak. Why not defend? Or maybe they don't plan that? I don't know. Ooh, that's unfortunate. What card shall we discard? I'm thinking the Chemister's inside, honestly. We still get its effect, so it's kind of like we never discarded it. Although we have to discard a card now in the future if we want to cast it. You know, I'd rather that be my choice than theirs. So they have a Bell Haunt. Jace's projection is going to go up 1 on our next turn. We need some more mountains, some more red land. Chart, of course. I don't really want to go ahead and play down my Jace's projection, my other one, because it means if they get up to 4, then they just clear my whole board. I can Lava Coil. I can Lava Coil, attack, Chart, of course. I don't want to expansion it. I don't want to copy it. Just want to get the Bell Haunt out of here. And yeah, we'll swing in all in. Let's see if they choose to block this turn. It's looking like they're going to. It doesn't matter either way, buddy. That's it's not going to change the damage here. Okay, now we will Chart a Course. Buff up both of our creatures a little bit more. And again, there's a point to be made that we should have done that before we attacked. But because I hate discarding, unless I absolutely have to, you know, we'll do it this way. So let's order our cards around a little bit better. Saheeli is a nice pickup. Things we're looking for: more mountains. Our Izzet, obviously, our Niv-Mizzet Izzet. Izzet's not in the name of Mizzet, unless you count the last half of Mizzet, right? I don't know. I don't know. We're looking for a lot of things, honestly. I don't know what kind of deck our opponent's playing completely yet, because they've just so far played a Skeleton Ethereal Absolution. Chichi Watari, where are you going? Alright, well, that was a quick game 3, but because I know that I'm also going to be recording some Ravnica Constructed, as I know it just came online, I'm actually just going to end this video here. So thanks everybody for watching. As always, I'll see y'all either later tonight or tomorrow. Peace.